I'm not sure who this is for, but don't go back. Do not turn around. What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's Nefertiti, and I'm back with another video. I'm going for a walk, but I wanted to give you guys a message today. And today I want to let you know, don't turn back. Don't turn back. If you have came from a dark place, if you've been praying and asking God to get you out of a certain situation, to get you out of a certain job, to get you out of a toxic environment, don't go back. I encourage you, don't go back. Even whenever things are getting tough, when life is getting tough and you want to go back to what you used to do because that's what you're used to and that's what you know. But I encourage you to figure out something else. Try a new way. Try a new path. Press forward. When you go back, you don't get anywhere. When you go back, you stay stuck and you stay stagnant. You don't want to stay stuck. Nobody said that life was going to be easy. Life is not always going to be easy, but we have to push through even when it's not easy. The problem is we always want you want things to be good all the time. And that's not the truth. It's not always going to be good, but we have to push forward. There's a reason why you are no longer where you used to be. There's a reason why you're no longer in that relationship. There's a reason why you're no longer in that town. There's a reason why you're no longer in that state. I'm not sure who this is for, but don't go back. Do not turn around. In the Bible, there was a woman, okay? Some of y'all may know this story, some of y'all may not. There was a man in his name was Lot. He lived in a town that was very sinful, okay? And God was fitting to destroy this whole town because they sinned so much that God was very displeased with it. And he's like, I'm done with them. I'm going to destroy the town. So he was trying to get the believers out of the town, the people who were living right. He was trying to warn them and get them out of the town. Now, the man that he sent these angels to this man's house. His name is Lot. The angels came to warn him, like, y'all have to go, da-da-da. Okay, so they're getting up and they're getting ready to leave. And he said, go to the next town, but don't look back, okay? So they're going and, because, listen, God was about to pour sulfur and fire onto this town and completely destroy it. So they're going, and what happens? His wife looks back, and she becomes a pillar of salt. So she gets burnt. She burns up. Why? Because she looked back. Some of you want to go back to your old situation. Some of you want to go back to your old mindset. Some of you want to go back to your old town or wherever God got you out of. You're trying to go back to that mindset. Maybe you was depressed. You're trying to go back. Don't go back because it's going to be even worse when you go back, right? And now, whenever you try to get on your feet again, or whenever you're trying to go forward, it's going to take a little bit longer and you're going to have to go through more when you should have just kept going forward. Listen, if you need to listen to some encouraging words, if you need to call somebody to uplift you, read your Bible. There are times, y'all, when you have to encourage yourself. You may not always have somebody there to encourage you. Look in the mirror and you speak life into yourself. When you're feeling down, speak life into yourself. I am joyful. I am successful. I am strong. I will overcome this. You will overcome this. We all have our times when we want to give up. We all have our times when we want to throw the towel in. But I'm here to ask you, if you throw the towel in, where is that going to get you? If you give up now, how far will you get? You're not going to get to where you want to go if you give up now. Like I said before, nobody said the road was going to be easy. Nobody said it was going to be peaches and lilies and flowers. Nobody said it was always going to be like that. In the Bible, it says that Christ suffered. So if you're following Christ, you have to share his suffering. He came to earth and he went through things as well. So what makes you think that we're not going to go through things? And it's not about what we go through. It's our attitude when we're going through it. It's our perspective whenever we're going through it. Look, you can still have joy when you're going through ups and downs. You have to think to yourself, yes, I know that I'm going to have ups and downs, but how am I going to respond to it? How am I going to react to it? Right? So That's why it's good to learn how to get through the tough times now, so that when you have more tough times coming your way, you know what to do. You don't give up. You don't give in. You don't throw in the towel, and you don't look back. There's a reason why you are out of the situation you used to be in. If you are thinking about going back to that toxic relationship because you love that person and you're comfortable with that person, but you knew that it was toxic and it didn't do you any good, it didn't do them any good, and it brought you down and it brought them down, and you know that God brought you out for a reason, stay out. Ain't nothing wrong with being single. There's nothing wrong with being alone for a while. Stay out. There's a reason why that relationship was broken up. Maybe it is not meant to be right now, or maybe it's not meant to be at all. But don't go back. If you have moved somewhere that God has encouraged you to move, if He told you to move to a different town, maybe the town you live in is nothing but drama and negativity and evil, and God has sent you to go to a different town, and you're thinking, well, I want to go back home because it's cheaper, or I want to go back home because it's easier, or I want to go back. No, seek God first. Pray about it first. Because if He brought you to this town, He's going to provide. Sorry, y'all, my hair is looking a little crazy. If He brought you to this new town, He's going to provide for you. He's going to provide all that you need. There's going to be times when we're going to have to work a little bit hard. There's going to be times when we're going to have to, take some extra hours. Maybe you have to take some extra hours at work. There's going to be times where you're going to have to sit there and encourage yourself. There's going to be times where you're going to have to be lifted back up. But that doesn't mean that you give up. And just because it gets hard does not mean you give up. Okay, so I always use the example of working out. When you're working out, does it not burn when you're working out? If you're doing it right, if you're working out the right way, it will begin to burn. What does that mean? It means the workout is working. That means you're burning calories. If it burns, that means that pretty soon you're going to see results if you stay consistent, right? So we know that even though it hurts when you work out, it does not mean it's a bad thing. It's a good thing. Sometimes the pain that we go through, the ups and downs that we go through, is what molds us to become the version of ourselves that we're meant to become. So don't get discouraged when things don't go right. Don't try to look back and turn around because things in your life don't go right. If you don't know what's going on, if you're confused, ask God for help. Ask Him for guidance. Pray and ask Him which way you should go, how you should go about it. Pray about everything. Pray about everything. And the Bible says pray without ceasing. Pray about everything. God will guide you to the right way. But don't give in and don't give up. Like I was saying about working out. People who work out know that they have to be consistent, and they know that they have to keep going. What happens when they're consistent and they keep going? They see the results that they've been working for, right? They've been working hard. They see the results that they've been working for. Another example is this. Say, for instance, you work in a company, and you have been working in this company for years, and you've been working hard. You've been working long hours. And then all of a sudden you get a promotion. Why do you get a promotion? Because 1, you're on time. 2, you've been consistent. 3, you've been working hard. All of that is going to pay off. It's not in vain. I just want you to know that this is not the time to go back. This is the time to press forward. Hold on, y'all. Let me show you this. You see this cat just sitting here like, oh, it's like she or he owns the rest. This is not the time to go back. This is the time to press forward. This is the time to keep striving. This is the time to keep fighting. Imagine yourself working out. You on the treadmill. Yes, it burns, but you know you're about to see results. How do you know that tomorrow is not your breakthrough? How do you know that today is not your breakthrough? How do you know that if you just keep on pushing a little bit more, that something ain't gonna happen for you? Have faith, believe, keep trying, but don't look back. God bless y'all. Stay tuned for the next video. If you guys have any questions, if you guys, are confused and you need some help or you need some guidance and you just don't know too much about God, or you just need a little bit of, guidance or help, hit me up. Inbox me on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook Messenger. Everything is in the description below. Be sure to stay tuned for the next video. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And y'all, make sure you subscribe to my other channel, the Reaction channel. I don't upload on there as much, but I'm getting to it. Okay, I'm getting to it. God bless y'all. Stay tuned.